Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy the Four Tails, and I'm back again with another YouTube video. And today's a good video actually. I'm kind of excited for this one. As of this recording right now, as of today, the time I'm recording this video, it is the 26th of February, which means it's actually been 1 month since the release of not Street Fighter, what am I talking about? Of Tekken 8. So it's been exactly 1 month since the release of Tekken 8. And I think this is the perfect time to make a tier list, my very first tier list for the game. I've been playing the game a ton. If you guys haven't been watching my streams, make sure you guys click the link down below in the description. I'll put it down in the comments as well, or I'll make it show up on screen. If you lot see on screen right now is the link to my Twitch channel. I stream pretty much every day. So if you guys have been watching the videos, make sure you guys tune into the live stream so you can catch this live action gameplay. But I thought it would be a good time to make my first tier list video for Tekken 8. And yeah, I've got some opinions about this game right now. I have a lot of opinions about this game. As you guys can see, I categorize this list into S+ tier. So these will be the characters that stand at the top, the very, very top. Then you have the S tiers, the characters that are super good, however, not as good, not quite as good as the S+. You have the A tier characters that are good, well-rounded, probably have some weaknesses here and there. And you have B tier, which are the characters I feel like on the lower end of the spectrum. Doesn't mean they're bad characters though. Does not mean they're bad. I just feel like they're not as good as some of the other characters. And then I have another section here, which is just not enough info. Bless me, sorry. I have a not enough info section, just because when you play Tekken, you don't always run into every single character as frequently as you may want to. So some characters I don't have as much experience against as some other characters. So those characters will be going into that box. Right, let's get started, shall we? The first character that I have here is actually Jack. Now I have Jack at, got him right here. I've got Jack as an S tier character. I've got him as S tier. I feel like he pretty much has everything. He's got very good lows, you know, down back one is infamous. Everyone knows that move, very good low. Not crazy punishable as well, relatively safe. Long reaching. He's got good damage. His damage is crazy in this game. He's always had pretty good range. And another thing with Jack 8 is the fact that he's like a big body character, right? But he doesn't really move like one. He's very agile actually, in comparison to like the Bears, for example. They don't move the same way Jack moves. He moves a lot quicker, he's a lot more agile, and movement is really important in Tekken. So yeah, I've got him at S, man. Another thing I want to mention about Jack, of course, 10 frame heat smash is insane. Pretty much means any form of clash, or like if you press at the same time as him, if you try to do your heat at the same time as him, press a jab at the same, you're just always going to lose. 10 frame heat smash is just always going to beat whatever you do in that situation, which is crazy. Again, he's got really good pressure. What else was I going to mention about Jack? His throws, for some reason, he's got like king levels of damage when it comes to his throws. He hasn't got as many grabs as King, but he's got like King levels of damage with his throws. And I don't know why he's not King. And he's got a good neutral and he's got other tools. I don't know why his throws need to do that much damage, but they do. But yeah, I have King as S tier. I think he's insanely strong in this game. And then we have Jin. 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 Interesting. I've got Jin at A tier. I currently don't think Jin is S tier. I think there's other characters better than him. I feel like Jin has almost every tool in the game pretty much. You know, he's got a natural, he's got a low, good lows. He's got good mids. Obviously electrics are always good to have. His damage output is pretty good. Movement is amazing. You know, obviously he's a Mishima. Yeah, man, I feel like he's a solid character. I just don't feel like he's at the upper echelon of characters. He's not up there with these other characters in this game, bro. But Jin is a good character though. I think he's solid. I know during the beta and stuff, people were saying, oh, he's too good. But I feel like what's good now is completely different to what we thought was gonna be good then. There's like even better things in the game now. But I feel like Jin's alright. Jin's cool. Jun. Feel like this is I don't feel like this is a surprise to anyone. Jun is definitely going up there. I want to mention this is not really going to be ordered in terms of like 1, 2, 3. I'll just put them in their respective tiers. I won't really order it though, because it's going to be really difficult to order. Yeah, Jun's up there, man. She's too safe on a lot of her mids. She heals by doing a heat smash. She can heal without the heat smash. Yeah, she's just way too safe with her pressure. She does insane damage still. She's got like safe launchers, which only some specific characters can actually punish. Character just doesn't take many risks and deals out way too much damage in return. The risk reward of this character is really heavily in her favor almost all the time. Of course, she's got good movement, good lows, 2 different heat smashes, one which is a low and one which is a projectile, which is a half screen, well, full screen actually. And yeah, this character has everything. She has everything in the game. She's just got everything plus more. Too good. Then we have Kazuya. We got Kazuya. I'm gonna put Kazuya at A also. Well, I won't really order this, but I'll put Kazuya at A also. Not quite S, but I'll put him at A. I do kind of think Kazuya may be stronger than Jin in this game, so maybe I should put him a bit ahead of Jin. I do kind of think Kazuya is a bit stronger than Jin currently. However, I don't think he's quite an S tier character because he's still heavy reliant on 50-50s as well. You could play Kazuya and the hell sweeps just aren't work in that game and you lose because of it, you know, and that's a big thing for Kazuya. He needs to make those read hell sweeps or a down forward 4. He's still a risky character to use and high execution, so he's not as easy as other characters. And yeah, it just takes a lot more skill to do things with Kazuya in general, and you're being risky too. King is 100% going up there. I've got him at S+. I think the game system rewards King a lot. Things like counter hit throws, things like unbreakable throws, things like crouching throws which can't be broken, things like throws, beating heat burst. These things favor King a lot because he's centered around his throw game. So him having all of these grabs, right? And that beating all of those options is just extremely good for King. And plus he's a high damage dealing character. You have a lot of floor breaks in the stages in the game, so he's breaking floors while he's also using grabs. His heat smash does the most amount of damage in the entire game compared to all the other characters. It does 64 damage when you get hit by his heat smash raw. No other character in the game does that currently. I actually tested this out, and yeah, this character is just crazy overwhelming. Another thing is, in Tekken 8 in general, breaking throws has become a lot harder. They're a lot stricter on the exact timing and input you use to break throws, which just again favors King. I feel like the entire system of Tekken 8 favors King in general, and that's why he's in S+. Oh, we got Lars. Okay, Lars is going in. I'll put Lars in S. I've got Lars in S. In this game, he's extremely aggressive. Obviously, not to mention his corner carry on his combos. He's pretty much always had that since like around the Eden Tekken 7, right? But Lars in this game, especially with heat, I think he has one of the best heats in the game. It puts him in his stance exactly where he wants to be for his 50-50s. I'm gonna go low, mid, or high. He's extremely rapid in this game as well. In a game where you have to be you want to be on the offensive most of the time in this game because there's chip damage and stuff like that. But he's like Sonic, bro. He's extremely fast, and yeah, he's just got crazy pressure. I feel like his stance in this game, what he gets from his stance, is really like it's really hard to deal with. Extremely hard to deal with. Lars, to me, I'm trying to think right now, which is why I'm not speaking well, because I'm trying to think if I think he's better than Jack or on par with Jack, and I'm not sure, but I do think he's better than what Kazuya is. So I think I'm going to leave him at S right there. I think I'll leave him at S. Yeah, I'll leave him at S. I also do think when Lars does his stance into low, he's a little bit too safe on his lows for my liking. A little bit too safe on his lows. I may move around some of these characters later on. We'll see. Law. I'll also put Law at S. I actually think Law may be better than Lars too, by the way. I think Law may be better than Lars. I feel like Law's got all the tools he needs, man. Like Law's got lows, he's very quick, very rapid. It's very rare that you win trades against Law if you're both trying to press. It's very rare you win trades against him. High damaging character with the right combos if you're optimal. He's one of the characters that gets a lot of guaranteed stuff as well. Like you get hit with a slide from full screen, or you got hit randomly with slide from full screen, guaranteed nunchucks into, I guess, your full screen then, but they can run up to you and get OK and stuff. So that type of stuff is really annoying. Again, speaking of the nunchucks, like in heat, it's crazy. It does great damage. You don't really want to press because it's mad fast. So yeah, this character is really strong right now. However, I feel like Law isn't as popular as I thought he would be, but he's still extremely strong. Then we have Paul. Not sure what to think of Paul. Where would I put Paul in this game? Where would I put Paul in this game? I mean, Paul's damage output is a damage output. We know he's a really high damaging character. I'm not sure where I would put him in this game though, currently. I'm gonna put Paul at not enough info. I'm really not sure where I want to put Paul in this game. I haven't fought Paul as much as a lot of other characters. However, I don't think he's weak at all. I know that if I put him somewhere, I wouldn't put him at B. It would either be A or S, but I'm not sure which one. So I'm gonna leave it on not enough info for now. Nina. Now this is my main character. You don't know I play Nina. Got it to Tekken King recently. I've got Nina at S. I think Nina's an S character. I think she pretty much has everything. She's got good lows. She's got good counter hits. She's got great. Her damage output is crazy. Her heat is really good with the guns. You can get wall splattered from like damn near mid-screen. She's got literally everything. You can break walls really easily as well on certain stages. She's got chain grabs, which again, with the heat system, that favors her because like chain grabs beating counter hit chain grabs also beating heat burst, similar to what I was saying with King. She's like extremely strong in this game. However, I don't think she's as over the top as what King and Jun is in this game. Like Jun's healing, all of that nonsense that's just super unnecessary. I don't think she's quite there yet, but I definitely think she's an S tier character. I could put her above Lars, I could even put her above Law, maybe potentially Jack too, but she's an S tier regardless. Ling Xiaoyu, of course. I got Xiaoyu at S+. This character is, bro, this character is unbelievable. First of all, her stance. Ducks mid, it ducks highs, mids, and lows, depending on which lows you're using. For some characters, it's almost all their lows. Basically, when she's in stance, it's really annoying because she limits all of the tools your character can use, and you have to focus on using the one thing that works, which does what? Makes it predictable. If you have a stance, right, which goes underneath highs, mids, and most lows, then it's obvious what the other character's gonna do, like what they're gonna use to beat your stance. So you know what's coming and then you're just gonna counter it anyways. And she's always had this stance. However, I believe this is the best version of that stance she's ever had. And also she's not a low damaging character in this game. She does really good damage. And she has one of the best heats in the game. She has 2 different heat smashes. One in stance, one outside the stance, which are both really plus on block, both of them. Usually when characters have 2 heat smashes, one of them is like negative on block. However, both of hers are plus on block, which is insane. She has launchers from almost everything. She has way too many launchers. She gets a launcher from her running free. She's got launchers from way too many different moves, and her damage is strong. So it's like all of those things paired together is insane. Absolutely insane. She's way too evasive as well. It's like you have to choose one. You're either going to be really evasive but not have crazy damage, or you're going to have the good damage and your evasiveness is not that strong. But she's got the best of both worlds, so she's sitting at the top pretty. Then we have Asuka. I'm gonna put Asuka. I'll put Asuka at B. I think Asuka's okay. I don't think she's great. Her lows seem to be pretty risky. I think it's her down 2 that most of Asuka's use into the guaranteed follow-up afterwards. That's launch punishable as well, so she's taking risks doing that. The most annoying thing with her that I don't like currently is her rage art, because she can charge her rage art. Now there's answers to it. You can sidestep it, sidestep walk and stuff, but she can pretty much let go of the charge Rager whenever she wants, which means if you're going to sidestep and do all of these things, then she can also just let go of it. And it's a safe Rager. If she charges it, it's a safe Rager, which it pushes you back full screen. So then it's like, oh, nothing happened. You should be getting punished all the time if your Rager is blocked. She's got decent damage. I just don't think she's got like the same amount of unfairness to her that a lot of these other characters have. So I'll keep her at B. Leroy, I can't say. I don't have enough info on Leroy. I haven't played against many Leroys. He's very rare. The fact that he's very, very rare makes me want to say he's not that good currently, but I personally haven't got that experience with Leroy yet. Oh God. Oh God. Lily, if you guys have been watching my streams, then you know I absolutely hate this character. Lily was my #1 most hated character in this game so far. She's no longer my most hated. She's #2 now. But I'm not being biased with this though. I just don't like the character, but I'm not being biased. I genuinely think she's S+. Why? She is way too safe on damn near everything she does. A lot of the strings she uses, when she's unsafe, at worst, she's like -12. But a lot of the time, she's like -11, which is that's an awkward situation to be in if you're trying to punish her. If you're only like -11, a lot of characters don't have great -11 moves that will punish or that will deter them from doing it again. Like she'll get punished for being -11 and then she'll just do it again because she didn't get punished hard enough. She has really good damage. She's similar to Zaryu with her evasiveness, it's just not as good. Her side steps are way too good. She's stepping home in attack. She is stepping home in attack. You're supposed to use homing attacks to stop people from sidestepping, and she's still sidestepping those moves. It is way too good. High damaging, a lot of skip neutral moves when she has good neutral herself, but she can use a lot of skip neutral moves. What else is there to say about her? She also has 2 different heat smashes, of course. One in her back stance and one outside of the stance. Yeah, man, that's the main thing about this character. If they made her more unsafe on some of the things, I'd be okay. She can have the mobility and all of that. No, she should be getting hit by homing attacks if she's sidestepping. That's one thing. And also, she's way too safe on everything she does. This character is like it's like stress-free. Oh, then we have Harang. I've got Harang at this is a tough. I don't know if to put him in S or in A. I feel like I'd put Harang in. I put Harang in A. I don't think Harang is extremely broken. Of course, I feel like most people don't enjoy playing against Harang. I don't enjoy playing against Harang either. But compared to these other characters in the game, he's not as bad. And I would put him in not enough info, but I do have info on Harang. Like obviously I'm not the best at fighting a character, but I have enough info to say that he's not as cheap as he ain't no King, he ain't even no Nina, he's not as good as these other characters. I would say obviously his pressure is very good, like he's mixing you up a lot, his stances can be annoying. However, his actual neutral, I don't think his neutral is that good. He has good movement, good neutral, his neutral is not the greatest, I don't think. And also when he's in stances, people have to remember he can't block a lot of the time in certain stances. So stuff like power crushes and all these armored moves can work well against Harang. And Harang relies on him guessing correctly multiple times. Once he's getting going with the stances, he has to guess right on your lows, highs, mids. And if he gets right a lot of the time, it breaks up his pressure and it's hard for him. Claudio, I don't have enough experience against Claudio. Oh, Azucena, of course. Azucena is similar to Lily for me. Too safe on a lot of things. Very good neutral, very good pokes. It feels like she doesn't do too much to you. Of course, you have running free too, which is gels, tracks. Of course, you can sidestep duck it, but doing that consistently is not realistic. You're gonna have a read on it and then go for it. It's not like you're gonna react to it. It's a running move. Yeah, she can loop 1 and 3 too, which just gives her insane pressure. Good damaging character. She's not the highest damaging character compared to like King or some Jun stuff, or even Nina probably has more damage than her. But it's not about her damage. It's about the fact that she has very good pokes, safe pokes, good strings. Character's just insane, man. Like, oh, here's another thing. Her power crush is way too safe. Her power crush is way too safe, and the pushback on it is quite good as well, which I don't like because it can wall splat you, which is very annoying. I don't agree with power crushes being that safe in this game. I think every power crush should just universally be quite nice because you're armoring for moves. Yeah, I've got her at S+. I feel like most people would agree that she's one of the best in the game currently. What else do we have? Oh, Raven. I think Raven's good in this game. I have him at A tier so far. I actually played a little bit of Raven myself, so I'm like kind of familiar with his toolkit and stuff. Raven's an A tier character in my opinion so far. Not quite S, but he's got good tools, a bit quirky. He's got stances, good options from his stances as well, low and mids and highs. Damage output is good, but I think you could say that for most characters in this game. Damage output across the board is pretty good for most characters. I don't have too much to say about Raven, man. He's not really, there's not much that stands out to me to make him an S tier or even an S+ character. He's just typical Raven to me. I mean, his heat is pretty good, but it can be sidestepped pretty easily because it just goes straight. There's not much back into it. His heat smash just goes straight. If you stepped it, then that's the end of that. But it puts him in stance, so that's pretty good, I guess. What else do we have? Dragunov, yeah. Dragunov's an S tier character for me. He's like the pressure machine. Like, it just never stops. This character is just onto you. And Tekken 8 is a the game is based on attacking. It's not based on defense. Of course, defense is important in every fighting game, but this game wants you to attack. Hence why chip damage is a thing. They want you to attack. They want you to be on the offensive. And Dragunov is this game, I think he's the best at doing that. When it comes to just simply attacking your opponent and keeping plus frames, I think Dragunov is the best in this game at doing that. Does that mean he's number 1 in the game currently? He may be. I don't know who's better out of these S+ tiers. I would say I think Dragunov's better than Azucena. I think Dragunov's better than Lily. I think Dragunov, then I don't know. Maybe Dragunov's better than King, I'd say. But out of these 3 characters right here, Dragunov, Jun, and Value, I don't know who I think is better. I'll give you guys my personal opinion after, towards the end of the video on this. But yeah, I do have Dragunov as a S+ tier. Character is insane. Crazy damage, insane tracking. His heat is really good. He gets unbreakable throws in his heat. Yeah, character's mad. Oh, then we have Kuma. You know what? Kuma, I've played quite a few Kumas, and the character seems really strong. I'm not gonna lie. This character seems really strong right now. This character does seem really strong right now. I'll put him in not enough info because I don't have enough to say about Kuma currently. However, he feels strong to me, but I won't say anything yet. Leo, I barely play any Leos. I barely play any Shaheens. Steve, I can put here. I think Steve's A tier. Again, Steve is one of those characters. His pressure is good. However, his punishing game is not the greatest. It's not like you're gonna get launched for putting yourself negative all the time. He's not gonna launch you most of the time. He's got insane counter hits, but that's always been sort of Steve. You know, back one, he's got great counter hits. His lows are not the greatest, and I think that's really important to make a top tier character. Having great lows, great mids. His mids are cool, his strings are cool, movement is great, evasiveness is great. However, when it comes to lows and even mid-screen damage output as well, I don't think it's the best. Obviously, when he gets you to the wall, he can go for big damage, but mid-screen, I don't feel like he does the greatest amount of damage either compared to some other characters. Oh god, and then we have, oh god. Yoshimitsu. Yoshimitsu. I cannot stand this character currently. I cannot stand this character. This character went from being like a specialist character, right? So now everybody's playing Yoshimitsu. Bro, it's insane. My main thing with this character, right? This character has too many unblockables, right? Which are built into his unblockables are built into his what's the word I'm looking for here? Is built into his like not setups, but it's built into his game. You get knocked down, he gets an unblockable setup. Oh, and another thing, Flash. Flash is the best move in the game. Flash is the best move in the game. Yes, you can block it, but most of the time you're not blocking it because you're only able to block it if you're literally touching your opponent. And if you're literally touching your opponent, you've most likely gone for an attack. I'm not gonna touch my opponent and hold back. If I've gone in to touch my opponent, I most likely went in for an attack, which is the reason why I was that close to you anyways. Then it's, I believe it's 6 frames. It's extremely quick. So anything you press at that moment will most likely just lose to Flash. Then he heals himself. Not only does he heal himself from it, he gets non-recoverable health back and recoverable health back. He gets both of those back throughout the combo, and outside of the combo, he gets recoverable health and non-recoverable health. His healing is better than Jun's. A lot of people, when they mention Jun, they talk about her healing from Heat Smash and all that. Yoshimitsu's healing is worse. It happens more frequently because it's built into his combos. It's built in. Every time you get attacked, it's built into his combos. Outside of that, he's got good mix-ups. He's gone from being gimmicky to now having real 50-50s, which aren't gimmicks anymore. These are just, you're guessing in that situation. Then he's got crazy unblockable lows, which is built into his actual game, which you have to hard read. You have to literally hard read it. There's no, oh, I'm going to react to the unblockable. No, you have to hard read it on Wake Up every time. And Flash in general, he's a high damaging character as well. He doesn't do low damage like that. His neutral's good. His heat attacks are good. Crazy range on his heat attacks. So once he's in heat, you can be half screen from him. You got to worry about being hit. He has a lot of like guaranteed hit setups as well. If you don't get up correctly, or even if you do get up correctly, he gets guaranteed hits on a lot of things. Then what else? Flash. The reason why Flash is my biggest issue with Yoshimitsu is because it makes you unable to take your Oki on knockdown. This game, he's anti-Tekken 8. Yoshimitsu is anti-Tekken 8. This game wants you to be in on your opponent, take pressure, chip damage. It wants you to go in. It wants you to be aggressive in this game, right? You can't do that versus Yoshimitsu. You knock him down, you cannot just be aggressive. You have to let him go, give him space, give him room to breathe. Why? Because he has Flash, which will lead into a 50% damage combo and heal him for about 25-30%. And you don't want that happening. So what do? You back off. But when you back off, what does that do? Now, if he doesn't do Flash, then now you've just lost your turn for no reason because you were scared of Flash. So you're constantly double thinking, like, do I go in or do I not? Do I back off? There's no right answer. You're just getting in that situation. So yeah, it's too good. It's way too good. Yeah, it's way too good. I've got Yoshimitsu as an S+. I think Yoshimitsu is better. I've got Yoshimitsu. I don't know where to put him, but he's S+. Feng. 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 I'll put Feng at... Not sure if I want to put Feng at S or S+. He's got everything. He's like a perfect Tekken character, man. He's got crazy neutral tools, evasiveness, damage. His power crush is good. Low. He's got low launchers, natural low launchers. which he doesn't need a counter hit for. He's got natural low launches. His heat is good. There's nothing wrong with this character. This character has no weaknesses. I will put it in my S+. This character has 0 weaknesses. I cannot think of a Feng weakness in this game. Not one. This character does not have any weaknesses. I will leave my S+. Panda, I don't have much experience with. I have more experience with Kuma than Panda, but both of them in general, not as much. Elisa, I don't have enough experience, but I will say she's strong. If I was to judge Elisa right now, she's not going in B. She's either going in A or S or S+, but I'm not even sure which one, so I'll leave it down here. Devil Jin is going straight to S+. Character is insane. He received a nerf week 1 after the release of the game, and he's still insane. Natural low, obviously his whole sweep leads into damage, which got nerfed, but it's still good damage if you compare it to what Kazuya's doing, for example. Great damage from it. Good neutral tool. He's got mids, he's got lows. His character is just, he's got the best heat smash in the game. I made a video on this. I think it's called Top 10 Heat Smashes in Tekken 8. You guys should go check that out. He has the best heat smash in the game by far. As soon as he pops heat, the entire game, he stops the entire game. Full screen, half screen, wherever you are, if he uses his heat smash, you can't react to it. If you are holding forward for a second, you're done. You have to literally sit there and not do anything. His heat goes full screen into a 50-50, which you have to hold. He has an unblockable command grab from the 50-50. He has, obviously you can go low, mid. You're simply guessing for your life in that situation. There's not much you can do correctly. Best heat in the game, crazy lows, really good damage output. This character is insane. Outside of his health sweep, he's quite safe on a lot of things. Outside of the health sweep. Again, he's a Mishima, so you know he's got the movement, he's got the wave views. That's always hard to deal with. Great moving characters, mobility's there. Yeah, I've got him as an S tier character currently. Very strong. Very strong. Oh, we have Lee. Lee is... I've actually got Lee as an S tier. I think Lee's strong. I think Lee's very strong in this game. He's one of the characters that still have like guaranteed damage after a lot of his combos, even though they took away Jun's one and they took away who's the other character? It might have been Dragon Up as well. But Lee's one of the characters that still kind of has theirs and doesn't do as much damage, but he's got one of those setups as well. Character's good, man. Good counter hit character. Good mobility. He's got a slide, which is similar to, I think his one's better. He's got a similar slide to a Law, but I feel like Lee's one's a bit better. Better than Law's. I think Lee's super strong. I've got him, yeah, see, I've got him pretty much similar to where I have Law in general. I'm thinking to move Lars, but I'm not sure. I might move Lars. I might move Lars here. I'll move Lars to A. Yeah, I'll move Lars to A. I think Lee, I've got Lee at S. High damaging as well. He does really good damage in this game too. Really good damage. And he's not super unsafe on a lot of things like some other characters. Oh, Zafina, I don't have enough experience again. Okay, Victor, I'll put Victor at S tier. I think some people have Victor as like one of the best in the game. I don't think so. I think Victor is super strong, but I don't think he's like S+. I don't think he's too over the top to the point where anyone should be losing their mind over. I think a lot of people talk about his throw, like his generic throw, being hard to break. Again, that's labeled as a bug, right? So they're going to be fixing that. And also, it is still breakable. A lot of people act like it's unbreakable because it's like bugged. It is breakable, and I've broken it multiple times. I'm sure other people have too. It's just a quicker reaction than usual. But it is breakable. And then he's got his other move. Everyone knows the expulsion. Expulsion is what the translation is in French. That move is insane. I believe that's probably gonna get toned down. But outside of that, I think obviously he's got his lows are lacking. I know a lot of people don't like his down back. I think it's down back 3 or down back 4. The counter here, he gets a full combo. Cool, but it's like launch punishable if you block it. And outside of that, I don't think his lows are that great or that threatening in general, unless they counter hit. If his lows don't counter hit, I'm not really scared of the lows, and they don't do much damage anyways. The issue is when they counter hit, and if you're getting counter hit all the time, then you're doing something wrong, right? If you're always getting counter hit. If you're getting hit by it normally, it's fine. But he's a very strong character, high damaging, very aggressive character. Running, I think it says running 2. Running 2 loops into itself, similar to Azucena doing running 3-2. They do running 2, you gotta hold that pressure, and then you could get counter hit, you don't really want to press. And he also has something I don't agree with, which is his power crush. His power crush is safe on block. It's crazy, you have to duck it, so it's a high. But again, it's hard to react to, it's quick. It's, yeah, he has a lot of like cheap stuff he shouldn't be having, but I don't think he's as crazy as like a Dragunov or a Jun. Again, these characters are just way too much. However, he's an S tier character. Then we have Brian. Okay. I've got Brian at A. Now, the only reason Brian isn't an S is because I don't think Brian has enough skip neutral moves. He's got his full circle back 2, I believe it is. The one that's like almost as fast as an electric. That's about his best like skip neutral tool, I think, but it's a high and can be ducked. And if you are about mid-screen, there's no risk in you really ducking too much against Brian, like for a second. He's got high damage. He's a very good counter hit character. Matter of fact, that's the main thing with Brian. People usually want to fish for counter hits. He's very fundamental. He's pretty like not basic because he's got things to him. He's got armor moves now. He's got like guard break moves and stuff, which is crazy. High damaging, like I said again. However, I just don't think he's got the same amount of like tools and flexibility that a lot of these other characters have in the S plus and S tier. So I've got Brian at A tier. Oh, then we have Reyna. Ooh, this is interesting. Reyna, I've actually got Reyna as S. I think most people would put Reyna as an S plus. I've got Reyna as S. I don't think Reyna's as good as Dragunov. I don't think Reyna's as good as King. I don't think Reyna's as good as Yoshimitsu. Reyna is extremely strong, and matter of fact, I would probably put her at the top of S, like exactly where I put her, above Jack, above Nina and stuff. I just don't think she's as good as those characters above, man, but she's very strong. My main thing with Reyna is her lows are not as threatening. The only low that's threatening is Hell Sweep, because she does Hell Sweep into the palm, and then you gotta hold that. After that, there's another mix-up, which you have to hold, but if you guess correctly, it's fine. If you don't guess correctly, you get hit. Cool. Her movement is insane. Again, Mishima movement. She's got electrics, high damaging character, a lot of corner carry. Her combos last forever. High damaging. She's got some plus frames. Her mids are good. Very good mids. She's got unbreakable throws, which is insane. 2 unbreakable throws, which is insane. 2 heat smashes, 1 in her stance, 1 outside of her stance, similar to Lily and Xiaoyu. Yeah, she's got like the full package. I just don't feel like her lows are as threatening as some of these other characters. Her lows are not as threatening. And again, the one low that is threatening is launch punishable, so which would be a Hell Sweep, which is launch punishable. And she doesn't get as much from a Hell Sweep as someone like Devojin would get. She gets more than what someone like Kazuya would get, more opportunity from it. With Kazuya, if he's in heat, he gets good damage from it, but then after that it's done. Outside the heat, Kazuya doesn't get much. He gets Hell Sweep, and that's it, right? She gets the Hell Sweep into the palm, she can go into stance and all of that. All of these opportunities open up for her. So I think that aspect of her is better than what Kazuya's doing. I think her heat is very strong in general. She's got one of the best moves in Heat, man. When she does the cartwheel into the kick, she can spam that safe on block. She can do about 3-4 times and it does about 20-25% damage on hit raw. Yeah, again, super strong character, super strong. I just don't see her at the top. I see weaknesses in this character still. Do see weaknesses. Her 4-4-2 into stance, where they mix up the 4-4-2 into power crush, 4-4-2 kick, 4-4-2 heat engager. A lot of that can be shut down with dick jabs, ducks, side steps. Of course, they mix it up, so it's hard to choose from, but the fact that they have to mix it up means that they are also guessing just like you. You're guessing on defense, they're guessing on offense. And it doesn't always go in their favor, man. And again, her lows are quite weak. Her lows are launchable. her lows are launchable. So she hasn't got like lows that are semi-safe. Like you get hit with let me think of these characters here. You get hit with Zayu. Zayu has a bunch of lows that should be launch punishable and they're not. A lot of them you gotta do Horizon 4. It's not enough. It's not enough. Jun, same thing. Dragunov, same thing. You know? Yeah, I've got her S tier. I'll keep her S tier. Let me have one final look at this list to see if I want to change anything. And keep in mind, this is not ordered. I put each character in their respective tier. However, I did not order it from 1 to 2 to 3. It's not ordered. Let me have one more look here. I'm wondering whether I should move Asuka or not. Wondering if I should move Asuka or not. Yeah, I'll put Asuka at A, and I'm probably gonna delete this row here. Put Asuka in A, and I'll delete this row here. I did this because I had that B tier row, but like I don't know if any of these characters in this game are B tier currently, unless there's some of the characters which I have not enough info. I feel like the power scaling in Tekken 8 currently is very high, and almost every character in the game is pretty crazy in their own way, especially with the heat system. I feel like most of these characters are pretty crazy in their own way, man. I don't feel like there's many weak characters in this game yet. Not yet, at least. Yeah, these characters I don't have enough info on, and yeah. I think that's my list, man. What do you not think about the list? I think that is my definitive month 1 of the game. Month 1. It's the 26th of February. The game came out the 26th of January. It's been 1 month. It's perfect timing to make this video. What do you guys think about my list? Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Let me know where you guys think I went wrong, if I went wrong, and let me know what you guys agree with me on. And yeah, let me know if you want me to make a different type of tier list in the future down in the comments. Let me know what it would be. And yeah, man, appreciate you guys watching. This is my official Tekken 8 tier list, character tier list, and of the first month of the game. And yeah, man, appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.